All right, all right, all right. Welcome to the real episode 13. We kind of screwed the pooch on the last one. We are here. I'm here with my mama. We hungry as fuck. We ain't eat all day. Let's get into. Let me light this blunt real quick.
So we might act hangry, a little hangry.
Yeah, it might be some. It might
be a fight.
Oh, shout out to Gold Ink for the new space. I like this space. Shout out to them. I like this space. Yeah. Let's get. Hold on, let me light this, y'all.
The producer is extremely handsome.
Oh my God.
I wish I could show you.
We doing Lizzo first, mama?
Sure.
Well, before we even get into Lizzo, how was your week? How your week been so far? Anything eventful? Anything you want to talk about?
I went to Camelback to celebrate my nephew becoming a man. 13. Go, Junie.
Happy birthday, Junie. For those of you who don't know, Junie is my little cousin. That is my auntie's son. I love my auntie's kids. I would kill for my auntie's kids.
I will fight anybody.
I was also at Camelback. So, Camelback was a big thing for me because I got shoulder length in water. Now, if you know me, you know that I am scared of water. I don't care if it's 1 feet, 2 feet,
He's the
3
stereotype.
feet. I'm scared of water. I don't like it. I have people tell me, you can't drown in 2 feet. You 5'11". You can drown in 2 feet. It's been done. It's a YouTube video. Google it, motherfucker. But Camelback was fun for me.
I mean, if you're mentally retarded because you don't just stand up.
Not retarded, mentally challenged.
No, people... But retarded is a real word, a medical term, and I'm talking about a real... I'm not talking about a person who's not retarded. I'm talking about a person who is retarded.
Let's talk about something with Camelback, right? I haven't even spoken to you about this off the record yet, right? Camelback was fun. I'm glad my little cousin had fun. Oof, that was a rough night's sleep. That was a rough night sleep. So let me give y'all some backstory. So Camelback is a hotel and like water park resort. Indoor water park resort. So you could go, have fun with the kids, book a room, spend the night. So that's what we did, right? One night. And the room situation was me and my mama in one bed, my auntie in the other bed, my nana slept in the living room, and the kids had their own room, 2 kids, right? I'm going to tell them or you going to tell them about your flatulence.
I farted one time.
My mother farted in my face.
Not.
She farted in my face. Okay. Then on top of that, I don't know if y'all know, but me and my mother are both, I don't know if you want to share this. I'm pretty sure you don't give a fuck. We are both type 2 diabetics, right? And one thing that happens with diabetics is we get thirsty easily. If our blood sugar is high, our mouth gets dry, we get thirsty easily.
Very thirsty.
Not only... I'm not going to out anybody's business, but there's another person on the trip that has diabetes as well. So I just want y'all to know it's 3 of us, right? We bought...
like 6 waters.
We bought 6 waters. We bought the little 20-ounce can of bubblies. What would you say, like 6 or 7 of those?
I don't think it's 20 ounces, though. I think it's more like 12.
12 ounces bubblies, right? I drunk all of them. Every last one of them. I could not help it. Late at night, I'm thirsty. I'm not going to stare at everybody sleep. I think everybody done for the night. And I say, okay, we leave. The original plan was to leave early in the morning anyway. We going to go out to breakfast for Junie's birthday. Whatever. No. I hear a little rumbling in the middle of the night.
It's me.
It's my mama. I can hear her rummaging through the fridge.
I'm the bad guy.
I know ain't shit there but some Diet Snapple that she's not drinking. All right? She's like, motherfucker, come on.
And I was really just mad that he got to it first. That's it. I wasn't mad that he drank it. I was just mad that I was fucking late. Yeah. I was too motherfucking late.
I was thirsty. I couldn't sleep. Even when I finally quenched my thirst and everything was good, I tried to go back to sleep. Could not go back. I spent most of my night in the lobby. Anyway, I say that to say it was a rough night, but I did have fun with my cousin. Let's get into some shit.
Lizzo!
Teach me about Big Girl Coochie. The last time I freaky, that's okay.
That's Lizzo's song?
No, it's her song, but it's a Cardi B verse. The wonderful and luscious Lizzo is being sued for I don't even know the official shit going wrong in the workplace. She balling up her fist. She threatening to fuck niggas up. She shooting niggas.
She did those things.
And she calling her dancers fat, which that's crazy because her whole persona is love fat people and be kind or whatever. She beat the people up. She called her dancer fat. What was the other thing? She did something else.
She didn't call her dancer fat.
Wait. You read the entire affidavit.
I didn't read the entire affidavit. I read most of it.
You read the affidavit. I watched people break it down on TikTok. So if there's any, I was obviously joking and sensationalizing what happened.
Right.
Mama, give me some of the stuff that happened.
So, okay, most of the complaint is not even about Lizzo. It's about the person who heads up her dance crew team. And one of the people are complaining saying that Lizzo was insinuating that she was gaining weight, and then in the dance world, when you gain weight, it means that you don't care about your performance, which is true. It's true. And I guess this girl feels like because Lizzo is fat, she don't have the right to say, hey, you shouldn't be gaining weight. You should try not to gain weight because, that's what I would like from my performers and my performance.
Lizzo is somebody that constantly is on social media crying about people bashing her about her weight. Do you think it's not reasonable for people to expect her to be more sensitive towards weight gain since she's
No, I don't think that because she's fat that she can't have a certain expectation of her dancers. No, because she's not a background dancer. Lizzo is an entertainer, so she could get as fat as she wants because she decides what's her image and what's her gonna be. Now, when you work for someone, they get to decide. Now, if you don't want to work for that person, and if you don't want to be a part of that, be held to a standard that the person that you work for is not being held in themselves to, then you should not be a part of that organization. I mean, that's my opinion.
All right, so okay. No, I was just gonna say, give me some more about what Lizzo did other than calling.
Well, the other complaints is about her, the person who's in charge of the dancers, the woman who's in charge of the dancers, and her being hard on them, and some of the stuff that they say about her. Yeah, okay, maybe she should do better. But
you have an example?
In my opinion,
off the top of your head that you remember, like one where they was like, all right, she took it too far. No pressure if you don't remember. I'm just,
no, I don't.
All right.
I tried to.
No, yeah, I feel you. So
I don't know something specific.
Is there anything?
There were things where I read, I said, okay, that's,
Talk to me about.
But nothing that I read that they said Lizzo did, not one thing. I was like, okay, she went too far. No. I think everything that's against Lizzo is going to be dismissed.
The legal stuff, I'm not too privy to. So I'm not going to even pretend to know what constitutes what and what. I don't even know where they filed the suit in. I don't know none of that shit. I'm not going to pretend.
It's not criminal, civil.
But there was one thing that excuse me, y'all. There was one thing that we spoke about, and it was the fact that Lizzo balled her fist up at the dancer and said, "You are lucky." Right? Mm-hmm. I think that that's over the line, right?
Okay.
I think that is threatening, right? It's a threatening act, right? And I think a dancer should be able to come to work and not worry about if she fucks up, Lizzo will possibly punch her in the face. Now, I know that anybody could punch anybody in the face at any point, right? That's like a given. Anybody could punch anybody at any point. But the act of balling up your fist and saying you lucky, to me, in that dancer's head, she could be thinking, what if I'm not so lucky the next time I fuck up a dance move or whatever? So I thought it was inappropriate. I thought it was an inappropriate way to handle that situation. Talk to me, ma. Pop your shit.
I don't agree. I feel like it's fine. I feel like that level of intensity is common and integral in the dance world. So, like, if you can't deal with somebody balling their fist up and saying you lucky, then you shouldn't be a dancer. You should pursue something else.
So at what point do we say people should be able to maintain their dignity at work?
That's not that you go to a job where they maintain your dignity. So you go get you an office job where it's not integral it's not part of the culture for that to happen.
But why is it that somebody who loves to dance, instead of saying let's give this person dignity while they're at work, say you know what, take a office job? Yeah,
listen, just because you could love to dance and not have a job doing it. You could still dance. You could still dance. It's obvious that you are not capable of handling the pressures of this industry, so you should not pursue a career in this industry.
If they're just because something is normal doesn't make it okay. Just because something
I never said that.
Okay. Just because something is a time-honored tradition doesn't make it okay. There are time-honored traditions that get called out later on all the time, i.e. hazing in football, i.e. the way coaches talk to players in football as it pertains to coaches not treating grown men like grown men. They like, just because that's the dance culture and that's the way of dance doesn't mean it's right. If more and more dancers are coming out with these type of complaints, at what point are you like, okay, we have to change the culture of dance? There's another way. It's not only one way to groom. I would imagine there is not one way to groom dancers. Now, I'm not a dancer. I'm not in the industry. I don't know. So I don't want to speak as if I know. But I would imagine that there's got to be another way to train dancers without freaking tormenting them verbally and calling them out in an indignant way. There's a way to call people out at work where everybody keeps their dignity. You know what I mean? At what point do you feel like there needs to be at what number of dancers? Wait, hold on. Let me ask you a question. What number of dancers have to complain about this before it starts to raise concern of like, all right, maybe we need to dial it back on how much bullying dancers have to accept? You know what? I'm not a part of that industry, and I don't know what would be the line, but I know what I don't think is the line. Balling your fist up and saying you're lucky. Okay. I don't think that's nowhere near the line. Okay. How would you? But if somebody did that to you, when you was working when you was working, if a coworker did that to you, how would you react? I don't know. But what I do know is that when I was a part of a dance crew, when I was a kid, they was hard on us, and I did not. And if somebody had, they made fun of us. They made fun of the way we move. It was embarrassing, but I never said, I don't want to do this. I said, because I wanted to be there, and that was the nature of the way they were. So I've been a part of dance crews, and yes, they are hard. They are hard on you. It's the way that it is. And if you don't like that, then don't be a part of that community. That seems wrong. I think there should be a line. I think you got to look at that when more and more dancers are complaining. The only thing I can compare it to is football, hazing, or the way coaches talk to you. And you're right. Players are always willing to accept a certain amount of embarrassment or being reamed out, but I think that there's a line. And if more and more football players complained about it, then we need to address it. There has to be a shift in culture. There are culture shifts all the time. There has to be a shift in the culture of that. And I'm going to leave it at that. One example, Urban Meyer. He used to be the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, right? His tenure didn't last that long because he was accused of basically rubbing players the wrong way. But not just one or two players, like the whole team willing to be like, this guy's treating us like fucking children. This guy's treating us less than, right? Do you think that warrants him losing his job, even though that's a football thing, that's something that's known in like football culture? Or do you think the players have the right to be like, nah? Is it known in professional football culture? I've never been a pro, so I'm not. So I don't have enough information, because if it's known in professional football culture, then I don't know. And if like the majority...
I know that it is definitely known in amateur football culture. And I think, of course, I never said ever there wasn't lines that could be crossed. I said what I didn't think the line was. Yeah. So, of course, even in the dance world, there are lines that can be crossed. Of course, that should not be crossed. So I never said that. I'm never arguing that there's no lines to be crossed. But do I think that football players of amateur football coaches should be able to continue to coach with harshly? Yes, I do, because I think that I think it's a part of the culture, and it's what helps football players become the best that they can be. And if you don't agree, that's fine. It's no problem. But that's my opinion. I think that
industries that have cultures like that, you think that it should just be like it's what it's been this whole time? That's just what it is?
No, that's not what I think.
Okay.
What I think is that, not because I'm not going to say, it's like, I'm not going to say like the sweatshop industry should keep using people like slaves, because it's the culture of the industry. But when I think that the person in the industry is benefiting from the situation, that's a different. So I believe that a person who coaches a ballerina harshly, hard, push, the ballerina benefits from that. And ballerina always say, that's what I want. The best of the best, they want you to push them like that. Because humans can't do that by themselves. They need someone to push them. So... yeah, do I think there's lines that can be crossed? Of course, I'm not crazy.
Okay. And so to recap, there were a couple things that the head dance instructor did that were over the line, but nothing Lizzo herself.
Right, that I saw.
Okay. All right. I could respect that. Whatever. Let's talk about, what's homeboy name that did the giveaway?
Kai
Cenet. So I don't even know when, because this episode is actually coming a little bit late, but one of these days, this past week or so, Kai Cenet posted that he was doing the giveaway, and Union Square, a bunch of motherfuckers came, a lot of motherfuckers came. Kids, they turned shit up, They acted out. They doing what they're calling a riot.
They acted like their team lost at a sporting event.
Okay. And Kai Cenet was arrested. He was taken in for questioning. He was released the same night. He's been charged with, I think, 3 counts of inciting a riot. Now, the go-to statement right now is, what about Trump? Trump didn't get arrested for inciting a riot. And that's been a big point. Let me get your thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a more specific question. If you had to put a percentage on the accountability Kai Cenet should have to take for this whole ordeal, what percentage would you put on that? How accountable do you think he should be?
For the actions of his...
Just for the event that occurred. That's including the people coming and everything.
So how much do I think that he is responsible for the riotous behavior? I don't think he's responsible for the riotous
at all. You don't think there's zero accountability to be held?
Not for that, no.
Okay.
He didn't ask them to do that, but Trump actually asked his people to come and go wild. It's gonna be wild.
So if you because they charge him with unlawful assembly and then the inciting a riot. So the argument is going to be made, probably by the police and then probably by people who don't agree with what happened, is that he didn't go through the proper channels.
I don't agree with what happened either.
He didn't go through the proper channels, and so because he didn't do so, the police were not prepared. And so that's where his accountability is, because he didn't go through the proper channels to set up the giveaway to have that much people in that area.
Okay. So what are you asking me about that? Like what? should he be held accountable?
I'm asking you, does that change your opinion at all about the fact that he didn't do what was necessary? He didn't apply for the proper permits.
I don't think that permits would have stopped those kids from doing that. So no.
Yeah, but you don't think that if the city is a little bit more prepared for it, then they could, keep things under control?
I don't believe they would have been able to keep things under control.
Okay.
See, whether he had those papers or not, it was those kids who decided to act up. Mm-hmm. Okay, so those papers would not stop the. You think Cenet would have been on the road now? Permit.
No. What I do think though,
okay,
is that if he had did what he had to do with applying for the proper permits or whatever, I think that police presence would have been up in the area. So then the kids may not have done what they have done.
No, but they did what they did with the police presence there. They were yelling at the police. Yeah. They were throwing things at the police. So the police presence, listen to what you're saying. Let me finish. If the police presence is what would make them not do it, then they wouldn't have done it because they were doing those things to the police while they were present.
At that point, they had outnumbered the police.
They were always going to outnumber the police. They were always going to... There's no way that police can have those numbers. They were always going to outnumber the police. And there were a lot of police in those scenes that I seen. It wasn't no 4 or 5 police. It was dozens of police. So what I'm saying is you're trying to make him responsible for what these people decided to do. And I don't think that he's responsible.
And I don't know. I think that plenty of other celebrities have had similar events in New York that have gone through the proper channels and did what they had to do.
Right.
And okay, hold on, let me finish. Now, I know they're different and it's whatever, the actions are different, but the fact that when people do apply for these permits and do it the right way, things like this haven't happened, it leads me to believe that has to be a factor in some way, shape, or form. That Ice Spice did a video.
So name a time.
Ice Spice did
No, that's not what I'm going to ask, but go ahead.
Name a time that what then?
Name a time that somebody else did that, had an event, an impromptu event from social media so that you could compare it to. Because you're comparing it to staged videos, and that's not fair. Name a time where a person did like a giveaway.
So me and my friend went to a Joey Badass giveaway, and he announced it on Instagram the night before.
And where
he
was
did
it at?
He did multiple. He did one at Washington Square Park because he had a them little double-decker tourist bus. Mm-hmm. He was doing it like out of that shit. He did. Remember I showed you I was in his video. It was from that. He didn't get permits. I believe he did.
Oh, okay.
And funny enough, not at the site that I went to.
Now if something would have went down at this event, like if let's say a fight would have broke out, it would have been his fault? No,
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it wouldn't have been his fault, but I believe that because he let the city know, they would be more prepared to deal with stuff like that, and if there is something going on, cut it off at the root. Stop what was going on here, and you see what I'm saying? Then the rest of the event goes on safely. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that, I'm getting a little dry mouth. I'm saying that if he gave the city a chance to prepare, it wouldn't have happened at that magnitude is what I'm saying. Okay. And I'm saying it's possible. Is that out of bounds? Is that...
No, that's your opinion. This is all speculation because what happened, not,
Did you see his Twitch stream? Did you see him, what he said about it after?
Yeah. I saw what he said. I saw a clip of what he said about it. I don't know if I seen everything he said about it, but I seen some clips and I was like, I agree. I don't think that he should have been arrested. The address. I think with the address he did on his Twitch, I think it was really from a PR standpoint, I think it was good. I think he said that he was disappointed, and because he easily could have went and had the argument like, that ain't my fault, I'm not the one who did it. And he would have been right in that because he's not the one who did it, but... Right, and he didn't encourage it either.
But he seemed very disappointed.
The whole difference with Trump is Trump encouraged that. He told them go to Capitol. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you arrest this guy, but you don't arrest. And I know you got the idea of it's different
jurisdiction. So like one happened in DC, one happened in New York.
Yeah, but you know what? If we allow that argument, then we will never be able to say, "Hey, how come you treat us differently?" Because they'll be like, "Oh, that was in West Virginia, and this was in like."
I tell you what, though, them cops is lucky that Cenet should happen before the Montgomery shit happened. them kids would have had steel chairs out there hitting niggas. For those who don't know, I actually want you to lead this. You kind of tell what we talking about here. The Montgomery Borough. Talk us the fuck through with pop your shit, mama.
Yeah. I was on TikTok when the night this happened, yo. We are the best. We are the best. Black people is the best people to ever people. Okay? Because shit will happen and we will make a joke. We will make a meme. We will make a funny video. And I was up all night till 4 o'clock in the morning, flicking my flinger on TikTok the day after the
Flicking
Montgomery Brawl.
Sounds crazy, mama.
Flickety, flickety, flickety. By the way, TikTok, you need to like make it so that you could put it automatically to go to the next video after. Well, I don't see why I gotta touch the screen every time if I don't want to. Anyway, so
describe the video. What happened? I know everybody's seen it.
The co-captain of the Riverboat Harriet was trying to get a white family to move their pontoon boat. And one of them decided to jump him. He flicked his hat up in the air. He said, "Who do you?" And then black folks just came Aquaman, sea murder. He came through the sea. Then guy came from the boardwalk above. And then when the riverboat Harry actually docked, the cousins came. It was amazing. It was one of the most touching videos I have ever seen. Like, seriously.
Oh shit, I didn't even realize you was over there getting emotional. So every once in a while there's something that happens and it's great, but there's something that really puts it over the top. You know what I mean? Like ad-libs to a song. It's like, yo, this song will be dope, but these ad-libs make it nice.
Right.
And the lady who recorded that video, her commentary in the background is what took that video. She was like, get him. That's what you get.
Her accent was top tier.
Yo, that lady was fucking
tier Southern Belle
hilarious,
accent.
yo. That video was a work of art, and it should be put in the Black Unity Museum.
It should be supposed to.
But that commentary put it over the top.
And all the videos that we made afterwards, and all the memes that we made afterwards, the chair memes are crazy. They funny. Yo, people usually be saying, let's wrap this up. I ain't seen nobody ask to wrap this up yet.
You know what was dope? I seen a few the two black wrestlers on WWE. They did their segment. They didn't even have a match. They did like a little backstage interview, and they both had the chair in their hand. I thought that was dope.
It's dope. But what I did notice, I noticed that no really big black entertainer is making the chair joke, and I didn't like that. Like, I was thinking that Beyonce should have brought a chair out on stage and next time she came out, just for jokes and kicks and giggles, you know? What's up with that black celebrity? Yo, why y'all not joking with us?
Beyonce was quick to take Lizzo name out her song on the performance too. Let's talk about Michael Oher. It is currently 2:45. We got 15 minutes left of recording.
Wow.
Michael Oher. So for those who don't know, Michael Oher is a former offensive lineman from the NFL, famous for being the person depicted in the movie The Blindside, which, by the way, Sandra Bullock won an Oscar for, and I think it won Best Picture. So pretty big movie, especially within the football culture. Now, I just want to point out, before my mother says a word, people be thinking my mother's fucking crazy, but she's a prophet. Because when this movie came out, I remember her being, this is how she said, I don't believe this shit as hard as I could throw his big ass. Turns out none of the shit is true. He was never adopted by the Tui family. He was under conservatorship, which thanks to Britney Spears, I think we all know what that word means at this point. And all that, it was all bullshit. It was all bullshit. And the girl from
Nickelodeon, she in the conservatorship too. She lost her mind. Remember her?
Amanda Bynes?
Amanda
Bynes. So we don't have to explain what a conservatorship is. That means somebody else is in control of everything you fucking do. Which leads me to believe that every NFL contract he's ever signed had to be signed by the Tuies. Which means his agent kind of had to be in on it.
The NFL had to be in on it because they had to have made him, because he signed contracts, so they had to have made him sign a contract that didn't mean anything. Mm-hmm. And if he was under conservatively legally, they had to get this signed by these people who was holding him under conservatorship. Yo, this can go so deep. This is so gross and disgusting. Like this. I don't think you motherfuckers understand how gross and disgusting these fucking people are to this motherfucking man. Everybody had to have set this motherfucker up. Everybody had to, because he didn't even know. So that means that the NFL did not say, you know what, we have to actually get your adopted family to sign these papers and not you. They had him sign probably some bullshit.
They say he didn't make a dime off the Blindside. SJ Tui, his white brother, the little boy in the movie, he did an interview and he said, they asked him if he was shocked about the lawsuit. He said no, because in the family group chat he had been demanding a certain amount of money for him not to go public with it. Obviously they didn't give him the money because he's going public with it. Whole shit is fucking crazy. And I just want to say, shout out to you. Because when it was an unpopular fucking opinion, my mother was like...
I was like, nah, son.
I smell bullshit.
White people don't behave like this. You telling me that these motherfuckers saw this big black man in the rain and it was like, oh, let's pick him up and adopt him. Get the fuck out of here. They would have to have had something in it for them. So maybe if they had told the story, say, oh, we saw him on a football field and we decided to adopt. Okay, I get that. Because white people behave like that. They want to use him, go to Ole Miss, they was boosters and shit like that so that he could give them some benefit. But you gonna tell me you saw some big black boy in the rain and you was like, yeah, I want to fix his life. I want to get out of here.
You know what turns out? They say he was a football prodigy way before we ever met the two.
Exactly.
So none...
I knew that. There's a reason why they wanted to pretend to adopt him. Something for them.
That's insane. That's extremely sad. This man has been exploited his whole life. We only have about 12 more minutes. Mm-hmm. So we got to do Tory Lanez.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm embarrassed.
You got some ashes on you.
I've been so fucking careless. Caught in my fucking ways. You should not have to wait. Tory Lanez got sentenced to 10 years
10 years. He got sentenced to
a decade. I think we all know the Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion, shoot, boom, boom. He did it. No, he did it. No, I said he didn't do it. Sentence. Here we are today. I know you are very ducky about this, so talk about it.
Like, don't make it seem like I'm like happy that a black man is going to prison, because I'm not. But I think that this guy was so silly and arrogant and intellectually challenged when it came to this situation that he generally, like, he did this to himself. And everybody's getting mad at Meg because they're saying, oh, she's the reason that he's in jail. But actually, the reason why he got all that time is not even only specifically for the shooting of Meg. He was on probation. That was a legal gun. Like, he got that time because of gun charges.
Me and my sis Casey, shout out to Casey, had an interesting conversation about how things could have went. So basically, what I mean by that is, coming off the situation, you're right, he was very arrogant with his song lyrics. with him taunting the girl at the performance at Rolling Loud, just all around arrogant, right? And it made me believe like this nigga gotta know, so he gotta have something or whatever, right? And me and Casey talked about like he probably would have did himself a lot of favors if instead of doing what he did. First of all, he was under people's pictures after the event because remember Meg didn't say nothing at first. And Meg was apparently going to hold it down for him, but he kind of provoked her into being like, no, nigga, you shot me. And we were kind of wondering, like, yo, if he had came out and been, like, super apologetic and been like, yo, it was a lit night going wrong. I was fucked. I don't even remember. If he had been, like, super apologetic about it and being like, yo, I fucked up and I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And I was just drunk out of my mind. I don't know what the fuck. If he would have taken that route, could things have gone a little better for him? Because Meg didn't tell off the rip, and you know, people were speculating that he shot her, and I guess he didn't like seeing it, like the speculation and shit in blog comments, so he was commenting like, didn't nobody shoot her, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I wonder if he had just took the, yo, Meg, I'm here to do whatever you need me to do. I'm so sorry. And then publicly he would have been like, I fucked up.
I think
it was a horrible night. It was just a fucked up night that went wrong.
If he could have got Meg on his side to ask the prosecutor to lessen, then yeah, that would have been way better for him. So if he would have went to her and said, you know what, I apologize. I did this. I'm gonna have to do something. Can you help me with the prosecutor and help saying that I should do the least time possible?
Another thing we spoke about. Oh, excuse me. Oh, my fault. Another thing we spoke about was what did we speak about? Actually, let's wrap this story shit up because we don't got much time.
All right.
Last thing we'll probably get to because we got about 8 minutes and we probably gonna spend a lot of time on this. My boy Trump caught another indictment. Trump caught a RICO. Rudy Giuliani, 16 other defendants.
Like, Trump was like, I'm out, nigga, Obama. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm out. Nobody ain't gonna never, ever be able to say that Obama was the first nigga president because I'm out, nigga, Obama.
They say Rudy Giuliani pioneered the RICO case in New York. Yeah. And it's so funny because now he fucking caught a RICO. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I just saw something this morning about how he has to turn himself in by Friday, I think.
Next Friday.
By next Friday. So I'm interested to see if he's gonna get a mugshot. They saying
that the sheriff is saying unless somebody tells him different, he's gonna do a mugshot.
Yeah.
And they saying that he might not be able to get bail. This is epic.
I can't wait to see how this is the day.
This is epic.
I've been fucking waiting for.
Remember how we felt that day when he won and I just couldn't believe America. And this is also, wow, okay. Black women gonna save America. Black women.
I can't wait to see
again. Because Harriet was slave saved America too.
I can't wait to see how this plays out. What's the guy's name from Florida?
DeSantis.
The black woman he fired.
Oh yeah.
I think her name is Monique.
He's getting rid of prosecutors and black women prosecutors and judges, right? And all I gotta say is that we need to try and protect and help in any way that we can, especially on social media presence. We need to not allow this to happen. And we could take some of that unity that we feel from the Montgomery Brawl. Really proud of y'all, Montgomery Brawl. And we should... Yeah,
we are at the point of the show where we are smacked. I'm smacked.
Yeah.
And then you see DeSantis want Disney to... He want to move on from the Disney shit.
Yeah. He's a clown. Like, DeSantis is an intellectually challenged. I don't know who's pulling DeSantis strings, but he is intellectually challenged. Like, So silly.
Can I ask you for an early prediction? Who do you think is going to win the presidency next year?
I gotta know who's gonna be in it.
Yeah, but you follow politics. You should know.
Yeah, but so what if Biden passed away? Then I don't know.
There's still gonna be an election though.
Yeah, but I don't. Who's gonna go up against who?
All right,
so Bernie Sanders is gonna go up against him.
All right. Do you think
will
Robert
finally be president?
Do you think Robert DeSantis can win the presidency?
If somehow he wins the Republican nomination, then yeah, I do think he could.
You think he could win?
I think he could beat Biden because the reason why Trump can't win is because independents don't like Trump. Mm-hmm. You know, they hate Trump. So that's why if Trump goes against Biden, then I don't think that Trump will win. I think that the independents and the people won't vote for him. So the people that he needs to vote for him, besides his core followers. So if DeSantis runs against Biden, the independents could vote for him because they don't hate DeSantis the way they hate, and all the Republicans will vote for him because they don't hate DeSantis the way they hate Trump. The ones that hate him. I'm not talking about his cult. I'm not talking about his cult.
Real quick, last thing. I just saw before we got here that Keke Palmer shot a video with Usher called Boyfriend. Mm-hmm. Now, if you can remember when we spoke about the Keke Palmer baby daddy situation and how they have a music video together, just two things I want to ask you. Do you think it was a pub stunt from the beginning? Do you think it was a publicity stunt? Now that you see this,
I don't think it was a publicity stunt from the beginning, no. But I think that she's taking full.
You think they decided to capitalize
full advantage?
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, do you think if this was a male, if this was reversed and it was a man doing this with a female artist coming off a situation similar to Keke Palmer, do you think they would be criticized and be like labeled corny or whatever? Because I feel like if a man did something like this, they would chew his ass up.
It depends on who the man is. Because Keke Palmer's not like any girl. Like, people wouldn't be outraged. Like, people would feel differently if it was, what's that girl name that everybody hates now? Sukihana.
Yeah, Sukihana.
Like, if just put her in Keke Palmer's place.
Did you see the pictures of Sukihana with the chair that I sent you on Instagram? I thought you would think that was cute. I think if this was like let's say the baby did some shit like this. You know they would be on the baby's ass if he did something like with Danny
I just think it would be typical of the baby. Like, I think that people would be like, he's an asshole. I think everybody know he's an asshole. And I just think that it would just be like, oh, that's typical baby shit.
All right, what about Chris Brown? If it was Chris Brown that did something like that,
then
they would be on his ass. Yeah. And then I see it's nothing but positive reception for Keke. But that is all we have. I think we got to say everything we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
The next episode in 2 weeks. Anything you want to say to outro the show? All right, y'all have a
good cops are like Bigfoot. I hear people talk about them. I ain't never seen one.
Have a great motherfucking day. Have a motherfucking day. Let it be great. Have a great day.